Colleagues, sadly, I rise to ask that we adjourn in the memory of a former member of this House, former Speaker Pro Tem, 20-year Assembly Member John T. Knox, who we call Jack. Jack represented the district that I now represent, and while it's changed, his footprint is really all over this district as a champion public servant. He passed away on April the 4th at the age of 92. Jack Knox served this House from 1960 to 1980. He served as Speaker Pro Tem, and upon retirement, he returned to this House at the request of Speaker Willie Brown to serve as parliamentarian of the House because of his knowledge of the rules of this House. Jack Knox was so respected as a public servant. On one occasion, he was nominated for office by both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Jack Knox did the thing that I think we should all aspire to do. Work on things that matter. Work on the big projects that make a difference in our community. There are many things for which his name is associated, like the Knox-Keene Act, which established the Department of Managed Care to regulate HMOs. He authored the legislation for the creation of CEQA for BCDC and is largely credited with preventing much of the San Francisco Bay from preventing it from being filled in. He established the Knox-Nesbitt Act, which created LAFCO, the Local Agency Formation Commission, through which we do much of our work around land use and planning. He's responsible for getting the funding for completing a stretch of I-580 that runs between Berkeley and the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, and we now call it the Knox Freeway. This area was an undivided highway that was very dangerous, where many lives were lost. Many of us like to spend time in one of the parks in our East Bay Regional Parks District that is named for him, the Miller Knox Regional Park. My daughter spends her birthday there every year. Jack and his wife, Jean, were social activists and community activists who contributed a great deal to the Richmond community and to the surrounding community, and as a result, there are many institutions named after them, including the Jack and Jean Knox Center for the Performing Arts. Jack was born in Reno in 1924. He received his BA from Occidental College in 1949, his law degree at Hastings College of the Law in 1952. He set up his law practice in Richmond and continued as a lawyer and as an advisor after he served in this great House. I had the opportunity to meet Jack Knox as a candidate, as a young public servant, trying to learn the ways to serve, and he was very generous with the lessons that he served and shared for me. I appreciate Jack and Jean Knox for all that they have contributed. He served his country very well in the United States Army Air Corps during World War II as a radio announcer for WXLN Radio, the voice of the Arctic in Nome, Alaska. Jack Knox is survived by his wife, Jean, of 68 years. 3 children, John R. Knox, Charlotte Marie, and Mary Lucretia, and 7 grandchildren, one of whom serves with us today in local government. His grandson, Alex, is the chief of staff to the mayor of the city of Richmond and has been active in Democratic politics, and I've had the opportunity to appoint him and work closely with him in our community. Colleagues, I ask you to join me in extending our deep condolences to the Knox family on Jack's passing and to express our gratitude for his commitment to public service and his dedication to making California a better place. I respectfully ask that we adjourn in the memory of Assembly Member John T. Knox.